Brandon released a tweet stating the following. Release a Bonelab beta with minimal fanfare for the community to dissect over Christmas, or delay until it's further along and can be properly messaged. Current state is no new content, no new features, 1 year of grueling core work, polish, optimization, and prep for the future. It seems to be some kind of question, so I'd like to give my 2 cents. We'll start with how I and some modders see it. First and foremost, Bonelab has not been updated in over a year, and I've never seen the spirit for this game so low in my life. At this point, plenty of us are desperate just to see something, which is likely caused by the complete radio silence, but we'll get back to that. A big problem for Bonelab right now seems to be performance. Maps can run pretty terrible, and code mods add a massive performance tank to Bonelab. It seems this update will improve the performance of the game generally, which is a big plus, even if releasing it now means it won't have any new content directly. There's a lot of modders who have been waiting on this update before continuing with modding, and if this update releases, modders will be able to supply us with content while we wait for more from Stress Level 0. I also just don't see a downside to them releasing the update. Them releasing it doesn't mean we won't be getting the new content, it just means we'll get a preview as opposed to not getting one. In my mind, after an entire year of basically having us believe this update would release this year due to a lack of communication, it would be downright disrespectful to delay it at the very last second without informing us in at least early November. It seems Stress Level 0's main concern with releasing the update with core improvements as opposed to content is community backlash, but Brandon told us that the updates won't have anything content-wise, and because of that reason alone, I truly believe the reception won't be as bad as they're probably expecting. It'll definitely be bad, but after this long, no matter what is included, it would be bad if for no other reason than the insane lack of communication and being upfront with us. Everyone who seems to be for this update releasing are modders. Everyone against are regular players. I see nothing wrong with the modding game giving a head start for modders for when the update has more content, but by delaying it, modders and players will have their spirits crushed more so than it already has been. A lot of modders seem to be for this update releasing, while a lot of regular players are for the update being delayed. Actions speak louder than words, so I really hope SLZ decides to ship the update so we can see the improvements to the core, because if they don't, I'm sure they'll ghost us once again and we'll have no reasonable idea when to expect an actual release, and modders won't be getting any form of head start.
Hello everyone, I'm Not Swipes. I'm a modder of Bonelab, and although that doesn't mean I have any more of a say to speak my mind about what the best course of action is regarding when the update releases and the state of it, I can certainly say that I, and other modders, can see it from another perspective than people who might not necessarily understand why an update like this would even bother releasing in the state it's in. I personally believe that releasing the update early is a better idea than letting it sit and wait for additional content to be added. For one thing, we have absolutely zero idea as to when this additional content will even be completed, and as SLZ has shown in the past, they do not like to half-bake things. Who's to say they don't get an extremely ambitious idea and end up taking 1.5 total years of the 2 years of support that we were promised? But ignoring that, an update to the core systems includes an SDK update. Brandon has gone on record to say that this update would only be touching on level authoring related features, but even then, it's something that modders can use to make content to fill the gap between the featureless and contentless preview and whenever they choose to add their additional content. The longer SLZ waits to release this update, the worse it really gets for modders and players included. The state of modding for the past few months have been modders being too scared to really dive in and give a real time sink into ambitious projects, as the update would be coming soon anyway, having an extremely high chance of breaking the mod completely, causing an intense amount of refactoring to get it to a functional state again with the new patch. So tell me, why bother waiting at all? It'll just end up extending this limbo time of the inevitable doom that is most, if not all mods breaking completely. Why not just get the pain day of migration over with as soon as possible, so modders can end up porting all their mods for people to enjoy sooner? By the time the new content releases, you'll be able to jetpack joyride in the new levels with your friends in Fusion, while nuking every single living creature in a 30-mile radius if you really wanted to. It makes no sense to me as to why people would choose to get the total update later. You're gonna get the same amount of content on the same theoretical day. It's just one you get half earlier, with the added bonus of having mods be migrated by the time you get the cooler 50% after. You know what? Sometimes I get it. I really do. Delay the update to match the developer's vision. I totally get that, I do. Maybe I just misunderstood the guy, you know? It's hard to develop a game and keep everyone in the community happy. It's next to impossible. Let me try to understand the guy a little bit better. Let me take a look at his replies on the matter. I didn't get into this to placate everyone all of the time. I got into this to be able to realize the VR games that I was dreaming of. We're far enough that many can now see where it's going. The exponential work remains and life is short. Perfect recipe for impatience? Impatience? I'm sorry, but you do not have the right to call your community impatient for rightfully wanting you to update your game after you promised 2 years worth of support. And bring up that graphic, it's been 1 year and then some without a proper SDK update. Even going as far as to say the words "this year" in reply to someone asking when the next SDK update will be. No ifs, ands, buts, haikus, proverbs, ideas, philosophies about it. Just those 2 words. Only to then turn back around on that statement and give the community the choice that they shouldn't even have to be making in the first place. Absolutely disgraceful. I really hope SLZ learns from whatever weird behavior they've been doing since Bonelab's launch in the future. They're one of the only VR game developers that really care about the medium. Now it just sort of seems like they care more about the medium than the ones that play and actually love their games.
Regardless, this was me and Swipes' 2 cents. I don't know if the tweet is like a vote thing, but it might be. So go like the replies you agree with most, or make your own. Until then, I hope Bonelab's future starts turning around, because all of this has been extremely demotivating and disheartening. I hope to see you all soon with better news.
Yeah? Time my time? Perfect. We win. We win those. We win these. We fucking win these. Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! Woo! Yes! Oh! I don't have more to craft! Let's go! Woo! Let's go! Yes! Yes! Fuck! Yes! 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 Let's go! Let's go!
Warrior Edition.